From this to this, London's iconic skyline is constantly changing. This video is about the Millennium Wheel, or London Eye as it's also known, Jubilee Gardens, the Shell Building and County Hall. They vividly stand out on the south bank of the River Thames, London, England. Clearly visible from the Houses of Parliament and the embankment. We look at the site from the 1990s to the 2020s, but also with a bonus picture taken by my dad in the early 1960s. This video highlights the changes and provides some history of the structures and buildings. The change is striking. We will look at views not only from the north bank of the Thames but also from the ground, Charing Cross railway line, the London Eye and even the monument in the City of London. Please subscribe. Brought to you by Eclectic Experience, change seen through images. This is the view in 1999 and here it is again in 2022. So much change. The most striking is that the Millennium Wheel, or London Eye, has been erected, but also the Shell Building is very different and the park has been landscaped. Before going back to 1961, let's take a look at the change in this period. In this 1999 picture, we can see the Shell buildings, the main tower and the other buildings, County Hall on the right, trees in the middle facing the Thames, and in the centre, the big crane used to erect the Millennium Wheel. The London Eye, a massive Ferris wheel, was constructed to commemorate the change of the millennium. It was meant to symbolise the gradual progression of time with an eye on the new millennium. It has a diameter of 135 metres and was, in 1999 when constructed, the tallest Ferris wheel in the world. Up until the viewing platform on the Shard opened in 2013, its views across London were unrivalled. This is the Shell Centre. It has changed significantly over the years. A major redevelopment of the site started here in the teens. Only the original tower remains, with the rest of the site being redeveloped. It is the headquarters of the major energy company Shell plc. The Shell Centre was and is a dominant part of the skyline, seen by millions of commuters each year as they enter and leave Charing Cross railway station. Also a major site for the Millennium Wheel and from the north bank of the Thames. This was filmed from a moving train between Waterloo Station and the start of the Hungerford Rail Bridge over the Thames on the approach to Charing Cross railway station. This is a view from 2007 taken from the London Eye before the major redevelopment. The Shell Centre was built between 1957 and 1962 and is clad in Portland stone. The tower stands at 107 metres and has 27 floors. It was built on part of the site of the Festival of Britain that had been held in 1951. As an interesting point, note the flagpoles at the top of the building and also that they are flying a flag with the Shell emblem. Here in 2022 we can see the new development. One of the new towers linked to the old by footbridges is also used by Shell. The new development is mixed use and goes by the name Southbank Place. This is a picture taken by my dad around 1961. In it we can clearly see County Hall on the right and then the original Shell building actually under construction. Also note, it appears that there are no trees. As an aside, if we look over the railway line, we can see the Royal Festival Hall that was built as part of the 1951 Festival of Britain. Further on is the old shot tower, used for making lead shot, originally built in 1826. This was used for a radio beacon for the Festival of Britain and was then demolished in 1962 to make way for the Queen Elizabeth Hall, which opened in 1967. The land used for the Jubilee Gardens was also part of the Festival of Britain site. It was originally marshland, which we can see if we look back at a map from 1750. Then the site was industrialised with wharves and the Lion Brewery, as seen on the display board in the garden. After the Festival of Britain, it was also used as a car park before, in 1977, as part of Queen Elizabeth's Silver Jubilee, it became the Jubilee Gardens. The gardens were then redeveloped into what we see today in 2012. On the other side of the railway line to the main Shell complex, there are some apartments that are very much in the same style as the tower itself, the White House apartments. Well, it turns out that they were originally actually part of the main complex, but were sold off to developers in the 1990s, who added an extra floor and converted the offices to apartments. This is a view over the top of the Royal Festival Hall in 1997, and we can see cranes in the background, which I think are working on this conversion. To demonstrate how the Shell building and London Eye really stand out from different locations, here are some other views. Obviously from the north bank of the Thames it is clear, but this is a shot from the monument in 2010, looking over London, past Tate Modern before the extension, and then we can see the wheel and clearly the Shell Tower. Then if we look at Charing Cross railway station, this is a view from the platform in 2021 and in 2022. This is a picture of the old Shell offices, since converted to the White House apartments. It is taken from Waterloo Bridge, and again we can see the Shell Tower very clearly visible in the background. This is a picture of County Hall, or London County Hall as it's sometimes known, in 1999. If we look to the left, we can see the preparations in the River Thames for the Millennium Wheel. County Hall is a Grade 2 star listed building, and it has hardly changed in any of these pictures, apart from it being a lot cleaner by the 2020s, but its use has greatly changed over the years. The initial phase of the building was built between 1911 and 1922, the slow progress being attributed to the First World War between 1914 and 1918. It was the headquarters of the London County Council, or LCC, until 1965, and then the Greater London Council, or GLC, until that was abolished in 1986. It is now a multi-use building, including food outlets, a hotel, the London Dungeon, as well as the aquarium, which we can see here. This is an iconic part of the Thames, very visible from the Houses of Parliament. The change over time, with the addition of the London Eye, the rebuilding of the area occupied by the Shell building, and the remodelling of the Jubilee Gardens has been considerable. Given that County Hall is a listed building and the Millennium Wheel is now seen as iconic, I doubt if there will be a great deal of further change in the near future. However, in this constantly changing world, who knows? I hope you've enjoyed the video. If so, please click the like button. I'll be making more similar videos, so please subscribe for future releases. Links to more videos on how London has changed can be seen at the end. Thank you for watching Eclectic Experience, change seen through images.